The LEGO Star Wars community is one of the largest LEGO communities out there, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make the LEGO Halo community get to that point. It's gonna be a long ride to get there, but one of the ways that I'm doing that is I'm making all sorts of different Halo accessories, different weapons, sniper rifles, grenades, rifles, pistols. I made my Mark V Halo armor to make more accurate LEGO Spartan minifigures in all sorts of different colors. I have so many colors of those. And then I just did a video talking about the elites that I make, which are 9 molded parts that you add onto a LEGO minifigure that turns it into a taller looking elite minifigure to go with your Spartans. Now, one of the things that I could not resist doing when I made the elites was making LEGO sized grunts. So now when we look at a LEGO Halo grunt, we have to make sure it has a couple things in mind. We have to make sure that the head looks good. It has the big backpack that you see in all the different Halo games. I myself am a big Halo 3 and Halo Reach fan myself. And then of course we have to make sure that they are smaller than a Spartan, not larger than an elite. And that was one of the big challenges with designing these. So as you can see, we took a LEGO short stubby legs on a normal LEGO torso. So that was our base. And then we created everything off of that. So the shorter legs are obviously a lot shorter than a standard minifigure legs, so that gives us some help in making sure that they are smaller than a Spartan minifigure. And then the torso is a good base. Obviously we want to keep as much of this LEGO as possible. And then we made custom molded arms, a custom molded head, and then custom molded backpacks in different colors. So let's go ahead and talk about that. So first up, the arms are based off of the old LEGO Rock Raiders arms. Now we heavily modified the design to these. We started from scratch actually, but they were very inspired by the Rock Raider arms. We wanted to make them a couple things. One, we wanted to make them look a little bit sleeker, and then the hands was the biggest hang up on the Rock Raider arms. If you actually look at the hands, they're extremely tall and it's really hard for them to grab different accessories. For example, I make energy pistols, I do needlers, I do plasma grenades, all sorts of different weapons that the grunts run around with, and the Rock Raider arms kind of could hold them, but it wasn't as efficient, as clean as I wanted it to be. So if you take a look at these, they're much sleeker. They're about the same height as a normal LEGO hand, which helps a lot. And then it also helps with the posability of the minifigure weapons when you're trying to make them look like they're doing crazy cool scenes and whatnot. So we got the arms. So once again, they're a lot sleeker as well overall. The Rock Raider ones are pretty chunky as well. And so let's go ahead and move on to, let's do the head next. So the head, we thought about doing a normal LEGO head and then just doing printing on it. A lot of people have done that, but I don't like the way it looks. It doesn't look like a grunt to me. It just looks like a kind of a very short minifigure with bulky arms and just a LEGO head at that point. It doesn't look right. So we wanted to mold a head, and so we came up with this design. I actually showed a couple different design variations on my Instagram when we were going through the design phase of these, and there's a couple versions. One of them had a ridge along the kind of like starting at his nose almost and going all the way over the top of the middle of his head. Now that was to more symbolize, I think it was Halo 2 grunts, but the problem with that is that would kind of limit all of the grunts to look that way if that was permanently molded as one piece. So we went ahead and we went with the smooth design, which is a little bit more universal. And then I also plan to do pad printing on that flat face, if you will, to add the effect as if there was that line there. So I wanted it to be very universal in that sense. And as you can see, we offer these in a couple different colors. We offer the arms and the heads in 3 different colors. The dark bluish gray is the most popular, gunmetal, and then dark tan. I plan to maybe release a couple other colors. There's not too many other colors out there for grunts, so maybe like a metallic color, metallic blue, something like that would be kind of cool. But overall, dark bluish gray is by far the most iconic and most popular. And then of course he has the kind of the gas mask look to it. You've got the front breather detail, which I really like, and then you've got the side breather detail. There's a little bit of clever ingenuity to get those details, and I'm glad we figured it out. And then what's actually really cool is if you look in the bottom of these, it actually says BT, which stands for BrickTactical, and then it says USA in the bottom of every head. So they are marked. Once again, these are injection molded in the United States, in Washington State, out of ABS plastic, same plastic LEGO uses. I know I say that a lot, but it is true. And then what's interesting is these are pad printed, so we do that also here in my garage, and we're just doing a single color pad print for the eye detail, and I think it looks amazing. It's super simple. It's very Lego-like. That was a big thing. We wanted these to make sure that they look very Lego. If Lego were to make Halo, that's what we wanted these to look like. So moving on to the last piece, which is actually 2 pieces, is the backpack. So these come in 2 pieces, and there's 3 little posts and pegs that you push together, and once you push them together, it is a very tight fit, and you can take it apart, but I mean, there's no real reason to. So that is a very nice slip fit, or actually I guess it would be more of a heavier press fit to get those together. No glue required, which is one of the things that I wanted to make sure we didn't need people gluing parts. I never like doing that, and the reason why it is 2 pieces is because if it was a solid piece, it'd be a very chunky piece of plastic, and that causes a couple different problems in the manufacturing process. So we hollowed it out, made it 2 pieces, and it works great and it looks great. So that is the backpack, and of course we offer this in a couple other colors. I think I have them in, let's see, orange is probably the most popular, dark red, we have sand green, I believe I have green, normal green, I think there's a couple others. They're all on my website, but my favorites are definitely the classic orange. You just can't get away from that. So that just simply slips over any minifigure torso just like a tactical vest would. The front of it's pretty simple. The overall, I mean, everything about it is very simple, but it definitely gets the point across. I didn't want to over detail things. Once again, we wanted this to look like if Lego were to make grunts, what would they look like? And I think this is very close to what they would look like. Now, you add all these things together, you put them next to a minifigure that has my Spartan armor on it, and they are shorter than it, and then of course the elites are taller than that Spartan. So overall, really happy with the scaling of how these turned out. Once again, all these parts are made right here in Washington State, and I'm planning to do maybe some printed versions of the backpack and the vests, maybe some more higher detail of the eyeballs, and maybe, like I said, that strap that goes over the center of the head. Not too sure. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Maybe even do some torsos that go with these figures just to add a little bit more detail. That's something I've been considering, so let me know if that's something that interests you. All of that would be pad printed, so I know a lot of the people out there that love pad printing would go crazy for that, so let me know about that in the comments down below. And what's nice is I also make all the different weapons that grunts use, Spartans use, elites use. I mean, we have more, I would say more UNSC weapons than we do Covenant, but we're working on making more Covenant. So we have, like I said, the energy pistol, we have the needler, which is probably one of my favorites, the fuel rod cannon, we've got the plasma rifle, the plasma grenades. You have to have a grunt running around with 2 plasma grenades. That's probably one of my favorite things to do with these little guys. And what's cool about these, not only are there, let's see, we got the 2 arms, the head, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces to make a grunt. The elite is let's see, 9 pieces. It's kind of a cool little set. You know, you get to build your grunt, and I sell them either as a full minifigure, or I sell just the backpacks individually, and then I sell the arms and the head as a set. So if you guys have your own Lego torsos and Lego stubby legs, you can make these for a lot cheaper, or if you just want to buy a full figure and be done with it, you can also get that on my website too. So I have a couple options. I try to make everything affordable for you guys, and I'm really excited to see more Lego Halo builds in the future with these grunts. I think it's so cool to see these at conventions. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little showcase video of the grunts. A lot of work went into these, and let me know if you guys have any in the comments down below. And then also, if you need one, link in the description.